The wrong color near your face doesn't just age you, it quietly rewrites how people perceive your entire presence. And most women have no idea it's happening. Not in wrinkles, not in weight, but in color. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll start seeing your wardrobe with completely different eyes. And what you choose to remove might surprise you. A poorly chosen shade doesn't just not suit you, it drains your expression, flattens your features, and makes your energy feel older than it is. And yes, some of these colors are probably sitting in your closet right now. Let's begin. And pay attention, because point number 6 is the one most women refuse to believe until they see it. 1. Neon yellow. Neon yellow gives an illusion of boldness. It looks energetic, modern, even playful. But near the face, it behaves like harsh artificial lighting. Instead of enhancing your skin, it reflects an aggressive brightness that flattens your features. The face loses softness, shadows become sharper, and even rested skin can look slightly tense. This is why neon yellow often photographs beautifully in objects, but not in portraits, because elegance is not about how loud a color is. It is about how gently it supports you. Styling matters here more than people think. If neon yellow is close to your face, no amount of makeup can fully correct its impact. But if it is kept away, like in a handbag, shoes, or a skirt, it can actually become a statement without damaging your complexion. Now shift the picture. Imagine replacing that harsh neon with butter yellow that looks like morning sunlight on skin, or soft golden tones that feel like warmth instead of electricity. Same family, completely different emotional message. One interrupts your beauty, the other completes it, and this pattern will repeat throughout everything you wear. 2. Bright orange. Bright orange is powerful. There is no denying that, but power without refinement often becomes noise. Near the face, intense orange can pull warmth in the wrong direction, making the skin appear uneven or overly flushed. It can overwhelm softer features and compete with your natural undertone instead of complementing it. And here is where most women misunderstand it. They think the color is too bold, when in reality, it is simply too unbalanced for close placement. Styling tip most people never consider. Orange works beautifully when it is not the closest point to your face. A structured orange skirt paired with an ivory blouse can look incredibly expensive because the face remains calm while the outfit carries the energy. But when orange sits at the neckline, everything changes. It becomes the first and strongest message your appearance sends. Now imagine the refined version. Terracotta that looks like sun-baked earth. Burnt sienna that feels grounded and intentional. Deep rust that carries maturity instead of noise. These tones don't fight your skin. They belong beside it. And belonging is the foundation of elegance. 3. Faded black. Black has always been associated with power, mystery, and refinement. But there is a version of black that quietly destroys that illusion. Faded black does not frame the face, it blurs it. It absorbs light unevenly and reflects a dull, tired tone that subtly drains vitality. And the most dangerous part? It often goes unnoticed because it still looks black in dim light. But under daylight, the truth appears. This is where styling discipline matters. Elegant women treat black like a material with standards. They don't just wear it, they maintain it. A black top that starts to fade near the neckline is often rotated out of face-level outfits, even if it is still wearable elsewhere, because proximity matters more than ownership. Now, here is a quiet styling shift that changes everything. When black feels too harsh or too aging near the face, navy becomes the hidden weapon. Navy carries depth, authority, and calmness, but without the visual weight that black sometimes brings. It softens without weakening. And that is a rare balance. 4. Pale pastels. There is a difference between softness and disappearance. Ultralight pastels often cross that line without warning. When a color is too close to skin tone in brightness, the face loses structure. Features stop standing out. The eye no longer knows where to focus. And instead of elegance, the result becomes visual exhaustion. Styling tip that changes everything here. Pastels should never compete with skin tone. They should sit slightly deeper than it, not flatter than it. This is why dusty rose often looks more luxurious than baby pink. Why powder blue feels more refined than icy blue. Why does muted lavender carry more presence than pale lilac? Now, picture this carefully. A dusty rose blouse paired with simple gold jewelry and softly structured hair. The face becomes the focal point again. The color supports it instead of dissolving it. That is the difference between looking nice and looking composed. And composition is what people remember. 5. Head to toe beige. Beige has become a symbol of sophistication, but too much of it creates a different story. When every element of an outfit is beige, the visual structure disappears. There is no contrast, no depth, no rhythm for the eye to follow. And without rhythm, the face loses importance in the overall picture. This is why head-to-toe beige can sometimes feel expensive in theory, but flat in reality. Styling insight most people miss. Beige is not meant to dominate. It is meant to support. A beige blazer over a crisp white shirt instantly feels intentional. Beige trousers with a darker top create balance. Beige accessories against a structured outfit introduce softness without erasing definition. But when beige becomes the entire story, it stops being luxury and starts becoming camouflage. And elegance should never hide you. It should reveal you at your best angle. 6. Medium gray. Gray is considered safe, reliable, mature. But safety in color is not always beauty. Medium gray near the face often reflects a flat, cool shadow onto the skin. It reduces warmth, softens contrast too much, and can subtly emphasize tiredness. And because it is so common, most women stop questioning it. That is where the problem lives. Styling truth that changes perception instantly. Neutral does not mean harmless. Neutral only means adaptable, and adaptation can still work against you if the tone is wrong for your face. This is why two women can wear gray and look completely different. One looks elegant and composed. The other looks slightly drained. The difference is not effort. It is an undertone harmony. Now shift the styling approach. Instead of medium gray near the face, warm taupe brings back softness. Oat tones introduce gentle warmth. Deep navy restores definition without harshness. Same neutrality. Completely different emotional outcome. And once you notice this, gray stops feeling safe forever. 7. Stark white. White has a reputation for purity and clarity, and it deserves that reputation in the right context. But near the face, stark white can sometimes behave too sharply. It reflects light in a way that exposes redness, uneven tone, or fatigue more than it conceals it. Styling detail that makes all the difference. White should match your skin's softness, not fight it. This is why cream and ivory often look more expensive than pure white. They don't create a harsh contrast. They create gentle illumination. Picture a cream silk blouse under natural light, paired with minimal makeup and softly brushed hair. The effect is not loud, it is quietly radiant. That is the kind of light that does not just brighten you, it flatters you. And flattering is what elegance truly means. 8. Olive green. Olive green is one of those colors that divides wardrobes without warning. On warm undertones, it blends beautifully. It feels earthy, grounded, and natural. But on cooler undertones, it can create a subtle imbalance that makes the skin appear slightly dull or uneven. And because it is subtle, most women assume it is just a bad day. But styling often reveals the truth faster than mirrors do. Here is the refinement principle. Every color should either enhance your undertone or respectfully contrast it. It should never be confused. That is why emerald and forest green often feel more luxurious on cooler complexions. They bring clarity instead of clash, and clarity is what creates presence. So now I want to ask you something. Honestly, which color in your wardrobe have you been trusting for years without realizing what it might be doing to your face? And which swap surprised you the most today? Take a moment with that question. Don't rush it. Because once you start seeing color through this lens, you don't just dress differently, you carry yourself differently. And if this made you rethink even one outfit, then subscribe to Aisha's Elegance. Because next time, we will go even deeper into the quiet signals that make a woman look truly refined without saying a single word.